The previous video was about me explaining how to add or subtract scientific notations, and in this video we'll be going through multiplication and division of scientific notations, and I'll explain it to you how you can multiply and divide to scientific notations. So first let me write. This topic will be about multiplication and division for scientific notations. And if you didn't check the previous video, the last video, which is about add or subtract, I highly recommend you to check that out. So the method for multiplication and division, in my opinion, is a bit simpler than that of doing adding or subtracting scientific notation, because in the last video, in the previous video, what I told you about that the most important thing for adding and subtracting scientific notations is to check whether the exponent of 10 are the same or not, and if they are not, then we have to make it the same. So that was the main focus, to see if the tens exponent of 10 is equal, so we are good to go to for adding and subtracting the scientific notations. Here it just doesn't work that way. We can multiply and divide without without the care for checking whether the two scientific notations exponent tens exponent are the same or not. So let's get going, shall we? Let's have some examples, and I hope it will make clear to you. So let's say we have the first example. Let's take 4.0 times 10's power 3, 10's exponent 3, and we have 2.0 times 10's power, oh sorry, we'll have 10's power 2 here. So just like in the previous video, on the left side I'll do the multiplication, and on the right side I'll do the division. So let's take the green color here. So here we have multiplication, and we have here division. So how do we do it? Because as I said, we don't need to care about whether the exponents are the tens exponent are the same or not. So how do we do it? For multiplication, it's just simple. Take 4 and 2, 4.0 and 2.0. Here we have times 4.0 multiplied by 2.0 times 10's power 10's exponent. So how do we do here? Well, we'll take this exponent, which is 10's exponent, which is 3, and we'll take this exponent, which is 2, and simply add them together. So we will have 3 plus 2. So what will be the answer? It will be 8.0 times 10's power 5. So this is easy, simple as compared to addition and subtraction, and the same but a little opposite for the division side. So division is, let's just take these values. First just take these values and divide sign. Going to make some long steps, because just to make clear for you for some points. So here we have 4.0 times 10's power 3. So you guys know that if we replace the divide with multiply, it becomes 1 by 2.0 times 10's power 2. So here we have 4.0 times 10's power 3. Some additional steps, just to make sure that you are getting the point there. So we'll have 2.0 times 10 power 2. So just separate this out a little bit. We'll have 4.0 by 2.0 times 10 power 3 by 10 power 2. So here simply we're gonna do, we're gonna divide it. So how do we divide it? So we know dividing this will have the answer 2.0. So how do we do this? Well, easy. Here in multiplication we did addition. Here will be the opposite. Here will be 10, 3 minus 2. And then we'll have 2.0 times 10 power 1. So multiplication is simply the adding tens exponent, while division will be subtracting tens exponent. So I want to make clear some point here how this happened. So I'll go with the additional steps here. So what happened here, we took tens power 2 and we make it and we put it beside tens power 3. So what happened in doing that process, tens power 2 becomes tens power minus 2. So we are now multiplying with these tens power 3 times multiplication tens power minus 2. So we are adding it. So here becomes 3 minus 2. Here we have tens power 1. So basically in scientific notation and in general when you are dealing with some things, some numbers, so some values, number, numericals power, for example tens power here. So in mathematics you'll often find like this tens power 3 minus 3. So this basically means 1 by tens power 3. Simple. And if you want to make tens power minus 3, you just shift tens power 3 to the upside and it becomes tens power minus 3. So that's how symbols work. But enough of that. But just for the sake of doing multiplication and division, all you have to do is to just minus it out. So here we have tens power 3, and for division we'll just take tens power 3 minus tens power 2. Simple. These extra steps are just for your explanations. I hope you got the idea for it. Multiplication is plus only, adding tens exponent, and division will be subtracting tens exponent, and so on. So let's go forward with the second example. So here I have total of 4 examples. So let's go through with the second example here. So the second is kind of the simple one, but I wrote it down just to make clear some points for you, because sometimes encounter some problem. So for the sake of explanation, I'll do it. So here we can see here that the exponents are the tens exponent are the same, but we won't care about that. So let's do this. Multiplication. Just let me write it down quickly. Division. Okay, so the same thing, 3.9 multiplied by 1.3, 3.9 multiplied by 10.3 times. So here, as I said, multiplication is adding tens exponent. So tens power 4 plus 4. So here we'll have 5.07 times tens power 8. So what will go for addition or for division? Here I just wrote some extra steps, so I won't do it here. So what will it be for division? So division, it will be 3.9 by 1.3 times, so here tens power 4 minus tens power 4. So here we have 3.0 times tens power 0 here. So that's why I wanted to include this example, so you might not get stuck on. So what will do with it? 4 minus 4. Well, it will be tens power zero. So tens power zero, as you all know, any numbers powers. If any numbers power, if it's zero, then its answer will be one. No matter how big or small the number is, if its power is zero, it will be one. Its answer will be one. So on to the third example. We'll have 9.36 times 10 power minus 7. So here I'll include the negative exponents, and 3.9 times 10 power minus 5. I have reached the end of page, so I hope I can write down at the end of the page multiplication, division. So the same thing, 9.36 multiplied by times 3.9, 9.36 multiplied by 3.9. Here, as you all know, we'll add, but here in case we have minus here, so minus 7. So just to make a point, here actually is plus, but as you know, we got minus. So plus minus minus. So we'll have 36.504 times, so as we know, minus 7 minus 5, so it will be minus 12. So here we encountered some problem here, some error here. It's not written. Oh no, oh, my own person had my own human error here. I didn't write 10 here. Okay, now here's the scientific. It's not, we encountered the error, and that error is that it's not correctly written in scientific notation. So what we'll do, we'll shift the decimal point one digit to the left side. So what we will do, so it's plus 1. So what will be the final answer, which is correctly written in scientific notation, will be 3.6504 times 10 power minus 11. On to the division side. Division side will be the same, 9.36 by 3.9. So here, as I told you, will be minus. So what will be 10 power minus 7 minus, and then we'll have minus 5 with brackets. So we all know minus minus plus. So which means, let's say, how do we do? Okay, I'm gonna just write it just as it is here, times, so it will be 10 power minus 7 plus 5. So we'll have the final answer 2.4 times 10 power minus 2. So I hope you get the idea here. I'll include one more example here, the last one. So the last example is 2.4 times 10 power minus 6 and 3.2 10 power minus, not minus, only 10 power 3. So the same here, I'll do the multiplication. Here I'll do the division. So multiplication side, we all know 2.4 times 3.2 and 10 power minus 6 plus 3. We'll have 7.68 times 10 power minus 3. For division side, we'll do 2.4 by 3.2 times 10 power minus 3 or minus 6 minus 3. Now we have the answer 0.75 times 10's power, we have minus 9. And here we already know it's not corrected within scientific notation, so what we'll do, shift the decimal point one digit to the right side, and hence we'll have here minus 1 because we shifted one digit to the right side. And we'll have the answer, we have the final correct answer, which is 7.5 times 10's power minus 10. So I hope you get the idea for it. Mm, it is simpler, in my opinion. It is simpler than that of addition and subtraction, because you have to be careful of checking whether the exponents are the same or not. And here you just you don't have to care about the exponents if they are the same or not. just 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 be careful of when you are doing the division here. As you all know, as in this third example, as I showed you, minus 7 minus 5. So here minus 7 minus, with brackets we'll introduce minus 5. So here we'll have minus 7 plus 5. So be careful of it when you are when you are dividing both scientific notation which whose exponents are in the negatives. So be careful of it. Otherwise, if you won't be careful of it, then you might add these. So the incorrect answer might be 10's power minus 12, which is the incorrect one. Here we'll introduce minus, then with minus 5, and here actually it's minus 7 plus 5, and the answer, the real correct 10's power is 10's power minus 2. So make sure to be careful of it, be mindful of it while doing the division. For multiplication side, I hope you get the idea. Hmm, let's see. All the four examples are done. So I hope you guys get the idea for it. It's simple, and be mindful for the division side. And if you like this video, then please like this video, share it with everyone else, and please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any problem or question about this video, then please you can comment down below, and I'll try to answer it for you. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.